This is the Generation Report. The fourth turning is here, and I have read it. For the rest of the summer, I'll be producing a series of episodes, each of which addresses or expands upon some point of interest in the new book. This episode will be the first in that series. But before I give my quick reaction, I want to speak briefly on my background in these ideas and stress a few points which I believe need to be emphasized a lot more. I first came across Strauss-Howe generational theory and read The Fourth Turning in 2014. I've spent the better part of the past 5 years producing this series. In terms of time spent writing, producing episodes, reading and viewing content on generations and generational theory, reading relevant scholarship on other subjects, and combing news sources across the spectrum to keep my sense of current events sharp, I've put in thousands of hours. Along the way, I've noticed that for however commonly used the term fourth turning has become, the concept and its implications are still not as well understood as they might be. So to remedy that situation here at the outset, the record of the past clearly shows that as fourth turning eras proceed toward conclusion, they bring changes to social and political structures, to nations, and to the world order, which are both vast and permanent. Regardless of how much longer this fourth turning lasts, things will never return to the way they were even a few years ago. And it is likely, perhaps quite probable, that America and the world will change more in the next 10 or so years than in any period of similar length in the entire 21st century. Now that it's been established we're living through once-in-a-lifetime events, on to the new book. Be advised, there will be spoilers. 10 years from now, 2033, is when Neil Howe predicts this fourth turning will end. In February, I went on the record predicting 2031 as the target date. I can make a concession to the argument Howe makes for the later date. I completely agree with his statement early in the book that the old America is disintegrating, as well as his statement near the end of the book that the world on the other side of this era will likely be different beyond recognition. Beyond that, however, it's clear my appraisal of this current era and where it appears to be leading is different than Howe's in some fundamental ways, as I have long suspected. The major critique I have of The Fourth Turning is that its analyses of the past, present, and possible futures seemed more disconnected and rooted in an earlier mindset than I anticipated. We're now 15 years into this fourth turning. The theory and examples from the past, while important, serve a different purpose today than they did in 1997. At times, I felt that difference wasn't adjusted for, and that the new book's guiding purpose was to break everything down in extensive detail to reassure the reader this too shall pass. But of course, a lot can and will happen between now and 2033. At any rate, I do recommend people read The Fourth Turning is Here. I'll have more to say in later episodes. Thank you for listening. I'm Paul Zimi Finn. May God bless America.